'Cause we're leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when we'll be back again. Is that a good song to sing? Oh wait,
no song you sing is a good song to sing.
It's December 1st, right? Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the first of...
No.
What's going on, guys? It is Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Central Time. That would be 6 Pacific. I'm going to need to know those time zones real quick. Wait, that's the wrong one. There we go. 6 Pacific. That would be 9 Eastern. It is time for the tagline. How is everybody doing? We haven't seen anyone like, 2 weeks, roughly? We haven't done the show like in 2 weeks? Tori's still muted? There you go.
Oh, I haven't seen anyone in 8 years.
Yeah, something like that. What is going on? We are the Cinefanatics. My name is Robert Adams. This is Lola.
She's hanging out. I'm Chris Adams.
And I'm Tori Rose. Is Lola, does she have the last name Adams?
I mean, technically, I think like if you're a pet, you just adopt the last name of whoever your owner is. So yeah, I would assume that we'd call her Lola Adams. The thing is Lola Adams kind of sounds like the beauty pageant outcast of the actual Adams family. Like yeah, there's Wednesday, Pugsley, and Lola.
Yeah.
So
Lola Adams.
Anyways, welcome to the tagline, the show where the tagline is the title. We got some movie news to talk about. We also got talking about flying out to Los Angeles. It's going to be kind of interesting. This is going to be our last show before we fly out to LA. I think all three of us are flying out tomorrow. So
I like that we say that as if we were planning on doing any more shows this week and that we're not going to do a show when we get back.
This is a weekly show. It only happens once a week. Of course, it's the last freaking show before we fly out. And the one next week will be the first show since we've come back from LA.
Are we going to make the joke at the end of the year where we're going to be like, see you next year?
No, I refuse to do that joke now.
That's what we invited you to be on the channel for. You get to make that joke. The other two of us, we'll just go ahead. We'll leave that to you.
I have a very vivid memory of my band teacher in elementary school making that joke to us. And it was the first time we had heard it. We were like in 4th grade and we were like, what does he mean? He's going to see us next year. And we all like went home and like one of us got it. And we were like, oh.
Everybody texted everybody else. It's a dumb joke. Don't worry about it. Stop stressing.
Yes.
Which is weird that you were in 4th grade and yeah, there was the possibility of being able to text message everyone.
You know,
I didn't have a phone until 6th grade, but you could.
I mean, we want to talk about when I was in 4th grade. We had to like send snail mail.
Yeah, you had a pager. Snails.
I didn't have a pager in 4th grade. I had a pager once I was in high school, which again I attest. I have no idea why. I have no idea why I had a pager. I worked at McDonald's. I wasn't like a doctor or a drug dealer.
No way you had a pager.
I did. Again, I don't know why.
I remember my biological father had a pager for longer than than it was a thing because he refused to get a phone. So my dad just used to walk around with his pager.
It was weird. Again, I wasn't a doctor or a drug dealer. There was no reason for it. So I don't know. Anyways, guys, as we start the show, as always, thank you to everyone in the chat. Let's go through real quick who's joining us tonight. I see Garth. I see Commentating Nerd. I see both my brother and myself, and I see Tori posing as the Cinefanatics in the chat. Jeremy Miller, how are you doing tonight, sir? Tyler, good to see you. Mystical Marr, Brennan, the Star Wars champion of the FCL.
Spit it out.
I can't talk. Yeah. Just to let y'all know, I do kind of talk in person better than I do on camera. So
that's not true.
Okay, maybe
that's not true.
Vernon, good to see you, sir. Thank y'all for all being here. I see Rachel Errolowl popped up there. Hello. Thank you for being here tonight, y'all. If y'all have any questions, comments, issues, anything you want to protest or comment about, streamlabs.com/cinefanatics/tip. You might not need the tip, but it's always good to have the tip. Y'all can donate up there. Also, there is patreon.com/cinefanatics. Hop on there, support us any way you can. We very much appreciate it. It would be nice. Speaking of Patreon, let's go ahead and Lola's judging us all in the back. Yeah, she's like, none of y'all are feeding me. What the hell? Let's go ahead and go through real quick. Since we started a new month today, let's knock out the Patreon benefits of this month. The movie trivia hangout is going to be happening this Tuesday, the 7th. It's going to be at 7 Pacific, 10 Eastern. So after we all get back from LA, we will be doing a nice little hangout. Yeah. Do what?
Why did we decide that?
There's an after.
Oh my God. Okay. That's right.
I'm
ready. Let's do it.
I'm expecting that whole day is just going to be chill, and it's just going to be nice to like kind of like recap with friends and stuff. So, we will see y'all Tuesday night if you're at the Maverick tier, I believe. So join the Maverick tier on Patreon. You can hang out for that. Movie watch along is going to be on the 14th, also at 7 Pacific, 10 Eastern. I believe we're trying to aim for some kind of Christmas movie. We will do a Twitter poll, which should be up hopefully by Tuesday the 7th. So just keep an eye out on the Cinefanatics Twitter. We'll do a Twitter poll for which movie. And yeah, it'll be up there. What else do we want to cover? Upcoming shows. Due to how packed this month is going to be, we will be doing an episode of The Marquee. The plan right now is to be ranking Christmas movies. So the plan as of right now is to do that on the 11th of this month. I believe that is a Saturday, the 11th at 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 Eastern. Again, Christmas movie tier ranking. That may possibly change, maybe, but I don't know. Just if things pop up,
I don't know where it's going to change.
We're working on a guest.
Yes, working on a guest also. So yeah, that's the plan for right now. Anyways, it's been a couple of weeks since we've done the tagline. We took last week off because of Thanksgiving. So in saying that, how was everybody's Thanksgiving? Namely Tori, because I know how Chris's Thanksgiving was. He was here with me.
It was cute. I flew to Massachusetts. It was 20 degrees. I saw my friends, Ariana and Sam. They are a couple, so they live together. So like we just hung out at their apartment. And we had I flew on Thursday. We had duck. We didn't do turkey because turkey sucks. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, but I'm sorry. We had duck. We had squash soup. They're culinary major, or they graduated, but they're culinary people, so they make real good food.
Ooh.
We had Kugel, which is, if you've never heard, it's like a Jewish casserole. It's like sweet, but not in a dessert way. It has like cornflakes and noodles, and like this like cinnamony sweetness to it. It's real good. We had that. We did Hanukkah. Tonight's the 4th night of Hanukkah. I believe it started on Sunday night. So yeah, tonight's the 4th night. So a lot of stuff. It was cool. I love hanging out with my friends. I haven't seen them in 2 years, since before the pandemic. So it was cool to see them. So yeah, I'm not usually a Thanksgiving person, but seeing them it was nice.
Was that like your say first trip / vacation traveling other than moving to Texas since the pandemic started?
No, I did go to New York City with my ex-boyfriend and
New York City.
May? Yeah, New York City. What did we even do? We went to the Met. Yeah, we took a little trip for that. But yeah, I hadn't gone up north, besides New York City in a very long time. I still haven't been to my hometown since I left, but yeah, so I did one other trip. And then Spectacular is another trip. Oh, and I did go to LA this year. What am I even talking about? I've been to LA already.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think this LA trip is our first trip since the pandemic started. So we are super looking forward to that. We'll talk more about that later.
First time out of state anyway.
As for us, I'll speak for both of us, and then Chris can also add in if he had anything else.
Yeah, go for it. Just do it. Just do it. Just speak for you.
So for our Thanksgiving, I of course I do like to cook. I love to cook if I had a decent sized kitchen and an oven that would frickin' work.
How have you still not gotten someone like?
Oh no, they try to fix it, but every time they come over, it's like the worst time for someone to come hang out in our apartment and try to do. And the other thing is they're just trying to like fix like the small little switch on this oven. Basically, for those of y'all who don't know, our oven does not shut off for the most part. So even if we turn it off, it still stays on. So they're trying to, I know. They're trying to fix a switch and just, it's a gigantic pain. So it doesn't hold temperature. If you put it at 200, it jumps to 450. So I spent Thanksgiving in front of the oven monitoring the temperature the entire time to make sure I wasn't overcooking the turkey, because when you overcook a turkey, it is dry and awful.
Why are you playing life on hard mode with the broken oven?
Because I live in an apartment and I don't have the freedom to replace my... If it was me, if this was a house, I would have said screw it and just like changed out that range already. So
I would have gotten a new oven because I'm just that kind of consumer. I'm just like, oh, it's broken.
Yep.
Yeah. I would prefer, if I could, to deep fry the turkey, because I think that's probably the best way to retain all the turkey juices so it's not dry and awful. But
isn't that like dangerous? Isn't the firefighters...
It's dangerous if you don't know what you're doing.
But didn't the firefighters say don't do it?
No, well, they say that because on the whole, people are dumb and don't know how to deep fry a turkey. Okay. So therefore, it's a blanket statement.
They drop their turkeys in frozen, and then all of a sudden they're going to the hospital with third-degree burns because it blew up in their faces. They
don't measure their oil level right. So they drop it in, and then oil over spills out and catches on fire. And
Vernon, I'm gonna time you out. I'm gonna time you out.
Well, really, Vernon, feel free to expand on that if you would like.
Don't give him the window. Stop it.
Anyways, overall in general, like I had all of our Thanksgiving food done like within like 2-3 hours, so pretty good.
I had mashed potatoes.
I did mashed potatoes. I actually went and bought a potato ricer too, just to make sure they were good and fluffy, and they're pretty decent. So
I didn't get
green bean casserole, mashed potatoes. Yep, it was all good.
We had pumpkin pie. We had the standard.
Yeah, we didn't do that. Just trying to make sure all the system is good come this trip. So
I had a pumpkin pie milkshake at the movie theater where we saw Encanto. Let's talk about the movies we watched.
Let's go ahead and move on to movies we watched.
I just want to say I had a pumpkin pie flavored moonshine. It was really good in Massachusetts anyway.
Oh, you didn't bring any back.
Wait, pumpkin pie flavored moonshine?
There was apple pie. There was raspberry flavored. Yeah, apple flavored. But I couldn't bring any back.
That's alcohol poisoning right there. That's
it is so good. I can't bring any back. I Googled it because Texas doesn't legally let you bring in alcohol on a plane. So
nope. You have to drive it back. You can't fly it back.
Yeah.
And then you can't get caught driving it back either.
Yeah.
You can't get caught like driving alcohol across state lines here.
Freedom.
I'm just gonna have to go wherever you were at some point.
No, you just get your own still and just make your own pumpkin pie moonshine.
There's no shot it's going to be no shot it's going to
be just learn how to make moonshine. It's easy. Just watch your Dukes of Hazzard.
One more time.
We're so free here. Freedom.
Freedom.
I can do whatever I want.
We're freedom.
Freedom.
Anyways, Tori, if you want to go first, what movies have you watched? We haven't seen. We didn't see you the last time, so yeah.
By the way, we're playing on speed running ours.
Fun, quick one first. I saw Pokemon the third movie, Entei. And who doesn't know, Pokemon has movies. Go watch them. The original 3 are very good.
Yeah.
But the Entei one's super weird. Long story short, there's this Pokemon named Entei. There's this little girl whose dad goes missing. And this Pokemon, she thinks it's her dad, and so it kind of acts like her dad. It gets real weird. It's funny. Anyway, that was fun.
Chris with the Pikachu ears.
Yes. Yeah. Then what did we did King Richard with the stream. I really liked that movie. I definitely see it getting Oscar nominations for sure. Y'all should go. Is that posted?
The what?
The watch along? It was on Discord,
it was on Discord, so there's no YouTube video to actually go back and watch this time.
But it was fun, and y'all should be at the next one because that was a really good movie. Even though I had audio issues and stuff. And the last one was I watched Bo Burnham's Inside, and I'm gonna be a movie Grinch, and I've decided that this year that's just what I am. I wasn't a big fan. I think it was well made. I think I get why people liked it. I respect it. Similar energy to Dune, where I'm just like, I get it. It just wasn't for me. I just had a hard time. His humor doesn't really get to me, and some of the songs I just felt like were predictable. Like the white woman's Instagram, I'm just like, haven't we been making this joke? Everybody's making this joke. So just like stuff like that, where I just like, I didn't find anything to be like, oh, I've never thought of that before. And for something that was supposed to be very like personal, I admired how vulnerable he was, but I almost felt like it wasn't vulnerable enough. I feel like it did a lot of telling and not showing. Even though at points he's like, yeah, this is all over the place. I think like even if you say that, you can make something all over the place that still makes sense and still feels very personal. And something about it to me felt walled off. Because again, it was a lot of telling and not showing. Anyway, wasn't a big fan, which was sad. I've heard good things. I hope it wins. It's nominated for Emmys, I believe. A couple Emmys, maybe.
I think it was.
Overall, out of the three, I would say King Richard was my favorite, then it was Entei, and then it's Bo Burnham's Inside.
Yes.
Pure ranking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Real quick, everybody's just trying to earn timeouts tonight, I see. Oh
my gosh.
We don't speak of that tragic
Paw Patrol
horse crap in this stream.
You know, if we had kids, we'd probably feel different about it. Like, oh,
I thought Paw Patrol got canceled because there's cops in it. Did I miss? Did that not happen?
They are cops. That's their patrol.
I thought they got canceled.
They're dogs that are.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine didn't get canceled. So, well, it actually kind of did, but not for that reason.
Oh.
No. Chris, if you want to run through yours real quick.
Yeah, this is speed run because the two of us have watched way too many movies over the last 2 weeks to really like give like in-depth details over every single one of them.
And a lot of them are similar.
Yeah, Ghostbusters Afterlife, really liked it, really good. It's like in my top 5, I think. I actually have to look at it again. Tick Tick Boom, really, really, really friggin' liked it. Within my top probably 3, I think it might have bumped my second. I don't know. We'll see. It might even be first. I don't know. King Richard, really good. Not in my top 10, but really good. Encanto, really good also. Enjoyed it. Cute little movie. Fun. You should all definitely see it. Red Notice. That movie was crap. It's on Netflix, though, so if you want to, you can watch it.
Is crap not a curse word anymore?
Not on this channel.
Not on this channel.
Mm.
Yeah. It was crap. Crap. Now, I'm going to skip one for a minute because the other two are PTA movies, Magnolia and There Will Be Blood, which I watched both of those since our last tagline. Really liked both of them.
Can we talk about There Will Be Blood?
Yeah, well, hold on one second. Since you brought up PTA, let's go ahead and bring this up as well. We have postponed the marquee of PTA movies because when I was originally scheduling it, I saw that Licorice Pizza was opening at the end of November. And I failed to read that little thing in the parentheses saying that was only opening in LA and New York. Guess where we're not at right now?
We'll be in a few days.
We'll be in LA in a few days, in which case we'll probably go see Licorice Pizza while we're out there if we get time. But for the most part, because we weren't able to see Licorice Pizza here in Austin, Texas, we postponed the PTA marquee tier ranking episode. But we will be doing
Association ranking.
The parent and teacher, yeah. We will be doing that ranking. We are super anxious to rank it since we've been watching all the PTA movies. And our special guest for that, Maxwell Haddad, is also very eager to rank PTA movies because it's one of his favorite directors. So we will be doing it. Stay tuned for when.
Yep.
Anyways.
Might not be next month. It might be in January, but stay tuned. Yeah, so watch both of those. Liked both of them. Stay tuned for the ranking is to find out how much I liked either one of them. But if you've been following me, you know I think Magnolia is fantastic, even though some people here should probably not watch it.
Gee, I wonder why.
And the other movie I watched, and this is where I'm actually going to follow suit with Tori and be a 2021 movie Grinch. Pig. Not for me. I understand why people like it. I understand what the movie was doing. So don't think I did not. He just didn't get it. He just didn't understand the movie. No, I understood the movie.
I should have said that about Bo Burnham. Like some people are. My friend was giving me pushback of like, well, that's how it's supposed to be. I was like, it's kind of hypocritical at points. And she's like, that's how it's supposed to be. And I was like, I know. I don't think he accomplished what he was trying to do.
Just not working for me.
Yeah.
And that's the long and short of it. It's good. I understand again what they were doing, and what they were doing they accomplished well. I really liked Nicolas Cage's performance in it. But other than that, it's not anywhere close to my top 10 for the year. And I know it's making Nerd cry in the chat right now. But
so, in your opinion, for barnyard animal movies this year, stick with
Lamb is better. Lamb is better.
So for me, you're gonna see a lot of similarities here. Ghostbusters Afterlife was good. I thought the first like 2/3 were kind of drawn out and very much like fan service on, we found this, yay! We found the costumes, we found the Crunch Bar wrapper, yay! The ending, the last third, the third act, the final battle, amazing. Absolutely fantastic. I love the way they did things in that movie. Like, yeah, tearing up, yeah, kinda. They did the Ghostbusters franchise like justice in that third act of that movie. So good. Tick, tick, boom. Here's the thing. I have not been secretive about this. I'm a major Rent head. I love Rent, and by proxy, anything Jonathan Larson does.
Rent lives rent free in his head.
It does. It does. How are we gonna pay?
I'm so funny. Keep going.
What year did Rent come out? The movie?
Well, the actual musical first came out on Broadway in 96. The movie came out in 2005.
Okay, so I was 7. My mom took me to the theater not knowing what Rent was. And is there nudity in it? Is it rated R?
There's no nudity.
But it's like about AIDS,
rated.
Right? I was just not ready for what it was, and I remember I played Pokemon during the whole thing.
No, the movie is PG-13, even though they say the F word like 2 or 3 times. So weird. Anyway, so long story short, I like Jonathan Larson, so I was eager for Click Click Boom, Click Click Boom, Tick Tick Boom.
You're running on all cylinders tonight. You're doing great.
I am. I'm just trying to go here, y'all. So I love it. I've probably watched the movie like probably about 3 or 4 times now. And I played the soundtrack like nonstop. Like, as y'all probably saw on Twitter, I was quickly doing dishes before we leave tomorrow and blasting the soundtrack and annoying my brother with therapy. So
I wasn't annoyed.
It's a great song.
Therapy, all alone in the moonlight.
Yeah. So if you haven't seen Tick Tick Boom, I highly recommend it. And then watch Rent if you haven't seen that either. They're very very similar to each other. So if you like Tick Tick Boom, you're going to love Rent, and vice versa. King Richard we watched. I liked that movie. It was good. Encanto, liked it. Good animation. Very simplistic story. I love a good simple movie with pretty colors and animation. I liked it. I did also catch up on Inherent Vice because of PTA, so that leaves me only needing to watch Licorice Pizza and Phantom Thread. So I'll knock those out pretty soon. And then I was catching up on some Christmas horror movies that I have never sat through. So the original Black Christmas and Silent Night, Deadly Night 1 and 2. Wow, what a piece of garbage those movies are, but they're so much fun. Speaking of garbage, Garbage Day, if y'all know the reference. If not, go look it up. It's hilarious. Anyways, yep, that's all the movies I watched.
Cool.
Let's talk about...
Real quick,
which is going to be fun because we're going to try to cram 3 episodes in real quick. I don't have a thing to cut to like we did for What If, so I'm just going to say Hawkeye. God damn it.
That was cute. That was cute.
I'm gonna clip
make
that
a
out,
dating
and
profile. That video should be in there.
That's gonna be the way I intro Hawkeye for the rest of the tagline while we're talking about Hawkeye episodes.
Mogwai.
Yeah, don't feed Hawkeye after midnight.
Don't edit together a whole new intro. Just cut in every single time.
Just cut that.
God damn it.
God damn it.
Wait, can that be like when we talk about the show? That's the intro.
Yeah,
that's what we're talking about. Yeah, instead of that cutaway that we did, like answering the biggest questions. What if we like this episode? That would be the intro for us talking about Hawkeye. It's now me messing up the figure. So there's been 3 episodes of Hawkeye that have been released. 2 of them last week, 1 last night, depending on when you watched it. We're not wanting to jump into spoilers on this. I feel like we talked about a little bit about Hawkeye and especially the character of Echo when we did the Disney Plus Day tier ranking. So some of that is already kind of known out there. So we might touch upon that a little bit, but real quick, Chris, what are your thoughts on Hawkeye first 3 episodes so far?
This show feels as close as the MCU's shows have gotten so far to something that's more akin to Daredevil. That's more akin to like the street level Netflix shows, which I actually really like because 1, it's that style. It's that kind of more of an intimate, like I said, street level story, but we're utilizing a character who has been a big character in the movies. And I think that you get a lot of fun stuff with that because you get the character that you've already known, you've already loved in the movies, but now you're getting to see them from this different angle, and we're actually like getting to dive in, which for me, I personally enjoy that because after the first Avengers, when he was only lightly used in that movie, I've always been like, well, I don't feel like we've gotten enough Hawkeye. We need more from his character. And then, between giving him a family in Ultron and then what they're doing between him and Kate Bishop in this show is fantastic. I love what they're introducing with his like hearing aid too, which that's not a spoiler. I mean, we knew that going in. And then what else they're actually going to be setting up and introducing in this show, maybe related to Daredevil.
You could go ahead. You could go ahead and say it because I'm going to. So,
the character that they've already alluded to.
Yeah,
Daddy Kingpin.
Did
you see on top of that though? Because it's just a rumor. It's not a spoiler. We can talk about it. The actor who played him in Daredevil. Did you see what he posted on Twitter?
Vincent D'Onofrio.
Yeah. Did you see what he posted on Twitter like yesterday?
I love the MCU or something. Yesterday?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was like after the episode where everyone, I think like a hand was shown or something. I didn't see the episode, but
they showed a hand like on her
Disney,
shoulder or
at Disney World, and he was like at Disney World, and it was like his face with the tree in the background. And everyone in the comments was freaking out because they were like,
"We're 5-heading this."
He knows, and either he's playing with us or something because he was at Disney.
Yeah. So in the episode, he's pinching the cheek of is her name Maya Lopez?
Maya. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Otherwise known as Echo, who is getting her own Disney Plus show apparently now. But he was pinching the cheek of her when she was like a little girl, and you can hear him like chuckle. You can hear him laugh, and it sounds exactly like Vincent D'Onofrio's voice chuckling and laughing. So I think we should all be prepared.
Daddy, he's just so menacing. Out of the Marvel villains, I honestly think he's my favorite because Daredevil season 3. If y'all haven't seen Daredevil season 3, honestly, you don't even have to watch the first 2 seasons. Like I remember I watched season 3 years after seeing the previous seasons. I was so late and I didn't remember anything, and it was still so well presented and so entertaining. It's like really good action, but also really good intrigue and just like storytelling. And Wilson Fisk's character, again, what's the actor's name?
Vincent D'Onofrio.
He's like so menacing and just like he's my favorite Marvel villain for sure. So I should probably start watching Hawkeye, I guess.
You're forgiven. There's been a lot going on. No, there was so much happening in these first 3 episodes, though. Like, obviously, the first one we got set up with who Kate is. We got set up with where Hawkeye's at. Next episode, you get their interactions for the first time, and realizing, okay, what's going on with this whole bigger thing with the jumpsuit Jimmies or whatever their name are, the tracksuit.
The tracksuit mafia.
I like jumpsuit Jimmies. I'm calling them that from now on.
Jumpsuit Jimmy. That sounds like something else.
That sounds racist.
I don't care. Well, I don't care if it's racist, but
think with your dipstick Jimmy.
Yeah, the jumpsuit Jimmies. Anyways, that, and then introducing Maya, aka Echo, in this episode, and just giving her backstory and everything. There's a lot of like really cool stuff they're doing with the series, and there's 3 more episodes left. I'm interested to see where Yelena's gonna pop in, because we know she's coming. If you watched the end of Black Widow and saw the post credit, she's gonna pop in here somewhere. Also, if you know the cast list, she's gonna pop in here somewhere. So either way, I'm excited. I like the show so far. It's a lot more low key than some of these other Marvel shows have been. A lot more subdued, but I like that.
I can't grab him. He's like way up there.
Yeah,
it would be super awkward.
He's got a Loki figure also.
Imagine I'm grabbing my Loki figure and okay.
And then you knock it out of your hands.
Probably. We're like, damn it. Anyways, my thoughts on this. I love what they're doing with Hawkeye. So far in the first 3 episodes, I think it's been really good that we've taken essentially an Avenger who has so far really only been good at shooting arrows. I mean, he has no powers. He's kind of like the most useless Avenger, but I think because of that, in the movies, they've given him a good backstory and given him heart by showing his family, his wife, his kids. We saw like in Endgame, like when his family got snapped away, blipped away or whatever, how that hurt him, how that affected him. And then he went on to create that Ronin personality. And I love the fact that like there wasn't much said about Ronin in Endgame, but like that's a very huge focal point of this show, is talking about Ronin and trying to clean up loose ties of Ronin. So I love that. I love what they've been doing so far. The relationship between him and Kate Bishop has been really good. Very like by the end of episode 3, you really see like a father-daughter type relationship going on there with it, which is great. The stuff with Kate Bishop and her family, I think is pretty good so far. Jack, the soon to be, I guess, father-in-law, stepfather. Yeah, the douchebag in the making. There's something up with him. If you know the comics, you already know where this is going to go. If you don't know the comics, I'm not going to say anything, but douchebag in the making there. And then the whole thing with Maya and Echo, I love what they're doing with her so far. Great job on her character. The actress does actually have a prosthetic leg, so they're taking advantage of that and making it a part of the Echo character. Given the fact that she's going to get her own TV show, I wouldn't be surprised if Marvel retcons the Echo character in the comics to have a prosthetic leg as well.
Is the actress also deaf in real life?
Yes, she is. So they got like the perfect casting.
Disability featured.
Yeah, they did the perfect casting with Alakwa. Is it Alakwa Cox? I believe.
Alakwa Cox, yeah.
Great casting with her.
Garth said the actress's father died.
Yesterday. That's sad, but yeah.
So on the night her episode, like her big episode show. That's so sad.
Keep in mind, she really does not have like any filmography. She doesn't have credits to her name until now. So this has been her like big episode to really showcase her craft, so to speak. At the same time, it was premiered on a day that her father passed away. So yeah, rough times there, but she's doing fantastic in this series so far, the little bits that we've seen of her. I do like the nod to Kingpin. Those of y'all who watched us talk about Echo on the Disney Plus Day marquee episode, I was talking about how she was essentially raised by Kingpin because her father died at an early age. And it looks like they're going to tackle that. They will acknowledge that in some form or fashion. Just, I would love to see Vincent D'Onofrio pop up, and I wouldn't be surprised if he does, because we've already gotten Jonathan Majors. Jonathan Majors popping up at the end of Loki as like a version of Kang. We were kind of guessing that might happen, and it did. So I'm willing to bet we'll get Vincent D'Onofrio. The thing is, here's what's interesting about this. If we get Vincent D'Onofrio popping up in Hawkeye as Kingpin, that guarantees and seals the deal that we're going to get Charlie Cox popping up in No Way Home.
I mean, it doesn't, but it makes the situation more likely.
Yeah, very likely. Very likely.
To me, like, canceling those shows, like, I feel like Disney had to have done something with them, because we don't know how many viewers watch them, because Netflix is pretty shady, but like, I mean, Daredevil season 3 to me is one of the best, has some of the best action sequences of all time. Jessica Jones season 1 is gold. Daredevil season 2 is good. Punisher I thought was really good. So to me, if they throw those characters out, that would be so silly. So it's like, it just makes sense to me if you would bring them back. Yeah, what was I going to say? Oh, I think it's really ironic and still sad, but I find it very interesting that she's playing a character whose dad died and is now going to be learning or being raised by this other male figure who's probably not going to be that great for her. I'm just going to guess. I haven't read the comics or anything, but it's like, it just makes it feel a bit more real, like, because things like that do happen. Like, you look for a father figure or just like someone to just be there for you after you lose someone important to you. So I don't know. I obviously, when she filmed it, that was not happening. Her dad was still alive, but going in the future, I feel like that's really interesting and probably very challenging for her to do.
I will say though, since I just watched episode 3 this morning, the chase scene that goes on in there, it was so good. The choreography on that driving was phenomenal. Shot. And there's one particular thing that they do with their arrows in this that I did not see coming until they did a close up on like the arrow tip. I'm like, oh snap, this is gonna be good. And yep, it was everything it was meant to be. I loved it. So yeah, episode 3 was good. It just felt really short, but I think it was because that episode just flied by.
I feel like that episode was like it's going to be the filler episode for this series. It's going to be the one that took it from the first act to the second act.
That's a filler episode. That thing felt like it was 5 minutes long.
It's the filler episode for this series. Last note I want to mention before we move on is that I didn't highlight it, but Haley Steinfeld, perfect casting as Kate Bishop. She's fantastic.
Yeah.
Perfect. I like everything that she's doing, and I support and want to see more of it. So. Boom.
Anyways, anything else we want to mention about Hawkeye? I know Garth is saying applaud to Burton Birdie, 2 women who directed it. So, glad it had its own style compared to Green Arrow.
Aren't Burton Birdie doing one of the movies coming up? I want to say, were they doing? No, they're not doing the Marvels. That's Nia DaCosta. I don't know. Maybe it was Hawkeye that I saw that in. I remember them making the announcement, but anyway, let's move on.
Anyways, I think that is it for everything. Let's get into
stall.
Some movie news.
Gentlemen, good evening. This is what's happening in your world tonight.
We apologize for the interruption.
Back to you.
I always still want to do the
yeah, just because I was such a good part of that movie too. So
yeah. All right,
box office. So first,
let's do some box office. Okay, I'm just gonna run through this real quick. Honestly, not a whole lot to dive into here. We're just gonna blast through the top 10 because we don't have time to hang on any one of these. Bless you.
Thank you, Tori.
Thank you.
Number 1 in the box office.
Apparently, this box office is something to sneeze at.
Can we guess what this one is? What do we think is number one in the box office after this last weekend, the Thanksgiving weekend?
Oh no!
Remember
wait, it's been.
There's a couple movies that opened. There's a couple movies that opened.
So we're looking at either Gucci or an Encanto.
Could you say those any wider?
Encanto, and Gucci.
It's Encanto.
Yeah, I know.
Gucky.
I would think that House of Gucci would probably be the more prominent.
Shut up, Garth.
Someone please get Chris Paw Patrol for Christmas.
Oh my god.
That'd be fantastic. I will hey, if someone wants to somehow get Chris Paw Patrol for Christmas, let me know in advance and I will film his reaction secretly.
Mm-hmm.
So we can
number one in the box office this week.
Whatever curse words.
I
would say House of Gucci is probably the more like theatrical mainstay, but given families and stuff, I wouldn't be surprised if Encanto took it.
It's Encanto. Yes.
Encanto.
Encanto. It's number one with 27 million in the box office. Apparently, this is counted as a 3-day weekend for Thanksgiving, I guess. It's accounting Thursday too. But anyway, so that's number one. Number two is Ghostbusters Afterlife with a 45% drop. So not too bad. Not too bad for that movie. Number three, we have House of Gucci. House of Gucci opened up to number three, which is actually not surprising at all, because it's one of those like drama heavy biopic type situations, and kids aren't definitely not going to be interested in it, especially with its runtime being, I believe, a little over 2.5 hours. So yeah, no shot families are going to go see that. Makes sense at number three.
Yes, I can, Malcolm. Consider it done.
Number four is Eternals, which dropped from number 2 last week. So that's interesting.
I forgot that movie happened.
Yeah. I've already also forgotten that Eternals happened.
Apparently it's coming out on Disney Plus like in January. So
there you go. Number 5 is a new release, Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City. Did y'all know that there was another Resident Evil movie happening?
Who the F cares?
Cool.
Like,
number 6 is
series just
who the F cares? Correct answer. Number 6 is Clifford the Big Red Dog, another great dog movie. There you go. I'm surprised actually that one's still in the top 10.
As soon as Paw Patrol drops out, Clifford comes in.
We're going to have a problem.
I haven't heard good things about that movie. I'm not going to hate on it, though. But
it's no anyway, Pokemon Entei. I get it.
Facts.
But...
Big facts.
Tori, you can't say those words on this channel.
Yeah.
Oh,
Pokemon Entei?
Pokemon
Entei. Okay. No, those are okay.
Oh.
God. Okay. 4 more. Here we go. Number 7 is King Richard. And we think it's at number 7 with a 39% drop from last week, just because it was also on HBO Max. So
that wasn't a movie that was screaming, "Come to the theaters to watch." It was, if you have HBO Max, you're going to stay at home and watch it.
Probably. Yeah. Number 8, Dune is still in the top 10. Dune. Number 9 is No Time to Die. It doesn't really work there, does it?
No, not really.
Bond is still in the top 10, guys. And the last one that I'm also still surprised is in the top 10. Here's a fun one. Can we guess what is still in the top 10?
It's like Carnage. Is it Venom? Yeah. Venom, There Will Be Carnage, or Let There Be Carnage, or stupid name they chose instead of Maximum Carnage.
Yep, that's your top 10. It's kind of all over the place. But yeah, Encanto, number 1. I'm trying my hardest to say the title of that movie like Roca in that El Pollo Loco commercial.
Working on his spoonsmanship.
Nice ripe avocado.
Whoops, looks like someone forgot to boost.
Oh, we got to show you those later.
Oh, we've got videos to show you, Tori.
Please send me those.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, that's your box office. What's coming up this next week?
Licorice Pizza for us.
Nothing.
But...
They heard that the Schmoedown Spectacular was happening this week, so nobody scheduled any new movies to come out this weekend. Thank God.
I hope you know I just typed into Google upcoming movies. That's what I typed in.
Oh, who knows what pictures you're about to be looking at?
I'm looking.
Maybe off the air.
West Side Story's next weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, yeah, it is. I need to watch the original still. I still need to watch the original.
I'm not a West Side Story gal.
Let's move on. Speaking of West Side Story.
Oh, yeah.
On the 26th of November, the musical community lost a major king. Stephen Sondheim has passed away. And anyone who likes musicals, who's familiar with what his influence, not just in what he has done, which if y'all aren't familiar, like easily like some of the biggest ones, West Side Story, Sweeney Todd, Into the Woods. There's probably a lot more.
Merrily We Roll Along.
Gypsy, Funny Thing Happened Way to the Forum. Trying to look.
He has one called The Frogs.
Yeah, probably.
He does. I'm looking at it.
Nice. Anyways, major person within musical theater, Broadway musicals, and now also movies that have been made based off of his musicals. Not only that, but going back real quick to talk about Jonathan Larson, the creator of Tick, Tick, Boom and Rent, was a major influence to Jonathan Larson. If you had seen Tick, Tick, Boom, you'll understand like how great of an influence that was. Yeah, really sad to see him pass away. Like I think like within 24 hours, I put on my favorite Stephen Sondheim musical is Sweeney Todd. So I immediately like put that on again. I work a call center type job from home right now. So I'm sitting right here while helping customers. And on my computer screen here, I typically will have like a movie or something playing. So I've had like Sweeney Todd and Tick, Tick, Boom playing like crazy. But yeah, very, very prominent voice in theater. He will definitely be missed. I don't know if y'all have like any particular favorites of his. I know Chris, you really, I don't think you've seen, unless you've seen Into the Woods, I don't think you've seen any of his other stuff.
Not really. Yeah.
I'm not as familiar either. I mean, I want to go see The Frogs. I've seen Into the Woods. We watched it in school for the first time. It was a live performance recording. Super cool. Sweeney Todd, I love. And then what was the other one we mentioned? I'm sorry, I have the memory of a spoon.
West Side Story.
West Side Story. I'm not personally a West Side Story girl. I don't know why. I'm not really a Romeo and Juliet girl either. So that's like
basically what West Side Story is. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, obviously, it's a very well beloved feature, and you know, I don't dislike it. It's just not something I'm particularly passionate about compared to Sweeney Todd or Into the Woods. But yeah, super sad. And it's always super strange when there's like a relevant movie to the person that's out at the same time. I feel like it's happened a few times.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah,
really
like
weird.
I mean, Heath Ledger. It was he passed away. Was it during like The Dark Knight was released after he passed away by far, right?
Yeah.
By a few months.
No, he passed away before Dark Knight was released, but he was in the middle of filming The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus when he passed away.
So it's like that. Yeah, it just is like a very strange. It makes the movie feel more emotional for sure.
Yeah. Chris, any other thoughts or?
Yeah, I was just wanting to note like how weird it was that this happened like right this soon after Tick, Tick, Boom got released, and how prominent of a role he plays within that movie, within Jonathan Larson's story. So that's kind of the thing that hit me. Also noting that within that movie, I'll mention this too.
The cameo.
There's a voice recording left for Jonathan Larson on his answering machine. Now in the movie, Bradley Whitford portrays Stephen Sondheim, which fantastic casting, by the way. Yeah. Good Lord. But there's a voice recording left for Jonathan Larson on his machine, and it's supposed to be Stephen Sondheim. And you know, I was watching this thinking, okay, it's Bradley Whitford's character. You know, he's sitting there talking. It sounded like Bradley Whitford, which explains why Bradley Whitford was an incredible cast. because that was actually Stephen Sondheim's voice. That was the actual voice recording that he left for Jonathan Larson in that moment in his life. And so it was a very
he did go back and re-record it though, because it was an older recording.
Fair.
So
either way, he's saying the same thing. So the point is that it's the recording, it's what he said at that time, and them being able to actually use that in that movie, and then just like a few days later, we get like the passing of Stephen Sondheim. That's where that one kind of just hit me, and I was like, whoa, the timing of this is weird. It's so weird. Yeah, but yeah, he was huge in the Broadway community. Huge.
Yeah, he was 91 years old, so
full life, long life.
So eager to see more. If anything else is going to be developed from his works. I know we've got the Steven Spielberg directed West Side Stories coming out in a couple of weeks. Early reviews are really good on that, so I'm hoping for the best. I can't wait to see that. The original I thought was really good. Not one of my top favorite musicals, but I did enjoy it. So I am super hopeful for this new one. So anyways, moving on from that, I want to do I'm going to jump around here on this, but couple of other news that has happened. We can't catch up on all the news that's happened over the past like 2 weeks or so. So I want to catch up with some newer ones that have come out. Real quick, it's been announced that Malignant is going to get a sequel.
Whoa.
And if it's not called, no spoilers at all, but if it's not called Malignant's Back, that's stupid right there. Those of y'all who've seen Malignant, y'all get the joke. Cool. Please don't say anything in the chat revealing it. But yeah, that needs to be called Malignant's Back. I mean, come on. It's right there.
Back again.
Just watch Malignant. Just get a drink, get some moonshine, get some.
What's up with you and the moonshine?
Get some herbs.
She's hooked.
Watch Malignant.
We're gonna go to LA. We're gonna go to like some bar. And we're like, how can we help you? Like, do you have any moonshine? Like, this is
Where's
LA,
the moonshine?
not Texas.
Yeah.
Where's the moonshine?
Moonshine. Yeah. I love that their pumpkin pie moonshine.
That's interesting. I don't know exactly where they could take that story, and it's going to be very hard for us to talk about Malignant without spoiling anything. So this is going to be very short. I know Chris hasn't seen it, but Chris does know the Malignant Stage 2.
That's like also a good title.
That's a good title as well. I know Chris has not seen Malignant, but he does know the ending and everything about it. Tori, you have seen Malignant. What do you think of a sequel to this?
Oh, it's needed. I mean, every couple of years, there comes a movie, a horror movie usually, that just like is very self-aware and like just gets the assignment. I don't know. And it's just a fun time. It's like, I think it could easily be. Chris, are you dying?
What?
Oh, stop it.
What was I gonna say? Oh, it can easily be upscaled, which I think with a sequel, like this is something where I could easily see like stakes being raised and like really cool things that they could play with.
What's John Wick 4? I mean, kind of. That'd be interesting.
It's one of those movies too. Like I went into Malignant having heard people say, "Oh, the last act is crazy," and normally when you know that, it like ruins it for you because you're like, wait, you're seeing it, you're like waiting, you're like, what, what's gonna happen? What's gonna blow my mind, Twitter? And then you get to it in this movie, and it's just like, yeah.
Anyways. The real reason Chris has those neck pains. So let's move on to the next story. Still kind of keeping it within the horror genre. It was announced like yesterday or the day before. Nicolas Cage has been casted to play Dracula in a movie all about Renfield. If y'all are familiar with the Dracula storyline, Renfield is basically like his henchman. There's more to it than that. You need to watch a Dracula movie to really understand. But yeah, this is interesting casting because Nicolas Cage as Dracula. What do y'all think of that?
I'm down.
I'm down too. Why not? Go for it.
It is supposed to lean more towards comedy, so
of course it is. It's Nicolas Cage.
You tell Nicolas Cage, okay, you're gonna be Dracula in a movie about Dracula, and it's gonna be comedic. Like, all right.
Were you trying to do Nicolas Cage telling Nicolas Cage that he's gonna be Dracula?
Yeah, kind of.
I want such blood.
It's like that adaptation thing where he's playing like the two characters. He's doing the pitch meeting to himself instead of Ryan George.
Awkwafina's the vampire hunter.
Really? Awkwafina is going to be like Van Helsing?
I'm sold.
Oh, so the other thing, I don't know if y'all knew, but so Renfield is actually going to be played by Nicholas Hoult, who was Beast in the newer X-Men movies.
Wasn't he?
No.
Oh, why was I thinking of that? His name's Nicholas something.
So yeah, that's good. It's going to be good casting. This will be interesting to see. I didn't know Awkwafina was going to be. I guess she's like some form of Van Helsing in it.
I'm sold.
Yeah,
you just got me right there.
Yeah,
Awkwafina and Nicolas Cage in the same movie. Yes, please, all day.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anyways, that sounds good. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our weekly Spider-Man talk.
Good God. I need this movie to come out, so I really need this movie to come out already.
Stop? I love Spider-Man. I love talking about Spider-Man, but as someone who's producing like a show, I feel like your new show kind of starts running you're running out of ideas. There's nothing. You talk about Spider-Man every freaking week.
You know what? You're right. So here's what we're going to do. Guys, the tickets came out. The pre-sales were highest since Endgame. And also there's going to be a new trilogy with Tom Holland in it between Marvel and Disney. Moving on.
By the way, my brother and I got our tickets because the movie theater that we typically frequent did not start selling tickets right at the same time all the other theaters did. And so we were sitting here like, great. They typically don't go on sale at that theater the same time anyways. And I was thinking they're probably not going to go on sale until like we're in LA. We're going to be so busy with like Schmoedown. Say it will be like during the spectacular on Saturday, and we're not paying attention to look up tickets. No, they actually went on sale like 2 or 3 hours later, and I was able to snag them. So website app had no problem. So
tickets where we want to sit, no problem. Everybody else is ramming their head into the wall, getting frustrated about getting their Spider-Man tickets, and we snatched them up real quick.
Have y'all seen ticket scalpers online for this?
I don't believe that it's that hard to get tickets for Spider-Man.
No. Or like, why would you care? So the big one in the news I've seen is that someone was selling like a pair of tickets like on eBay or OfferUp or something for like $14,000.
Stop it.
Why? Why do you don't need to see Spider-Man that bad? I don't care who you are. You do not need to see Spider-Man that bad. That is complete stupid.
The movie's gonna be in the theater for like maybe 3 months at most. You're gonna be able to see it. You don't need to spend $14,000 to go see it opening night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm just
Jesse
playing
Swift,
as if I'm buying a ticket right now to see how many there are at this cinema that's near me. But
yeah. So I was watching this live stream, and yeah, during that live stream, while they were like frustrated trying to get tickets, that's when the theater that we go to sold them, and they're like, "Oh, well, I'll just get them right now." So
it seems like there's seats. So I don't know what people are freaking out about. I looked at Thursday at 7:30, and the theater is like maybe 10% full.
Yeah, like why do you need to pay $14,000 for that? They're showing it the next day and the day after and the day after that. You don't need to see it. If you're a person who's important enough to need to see this movie right when it comes out, you've already seen it or you've got like preview tickets or critics viewing. You've got some kind of screener tickets already. You don't have to worry about it. Anyone who's not in that exclusive club, you still don't need to pay $14,000 for tickets. That's just dumb.
It is hilarious though, and I'm gonna bring this up because this is what Greg Alba tweeted out as him and John Humphreys were trying to get their tickets for it. They were having problems with like their movie theater websites like AMC's and all that too.
Mhm.
And he tweeted out like the screen grab of the website going, sorry, it looks like the box office is full right now. Come back later and you can try again later when we're able to do it. And he put that screen grab up. He's like, y'all had 2 years to figure this out. Y'all had 2 whole years since Endgame to figure this one out.
No.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Everybody knows that the state of Texas was in a complete panic for 1 week this past February because the entire state like froze and snowed and shut down.
Let that happen again while I'm here. Let it happen.
Yeah, that I guarantee you this state is not learning from that incident. We're going to have it happen again at some point, and it will be stuck in the same exact position that we were.
Then you'll turn your oven on, and it will never go off.
Thanks, Tori. Thanks for rubbing that in, Tori. That's what we needed here.
Looking on the bright side of life.
Yeah.
And our apartment when it explodes.
Yeah.
Great. Now I'm going to have that song stuck in my head for the rest of the night. Thank you, Chris.
You're welcome.
I'm ready to. I'm prepped to like use my fireplace as like a fire stove. Like,
hey, at least you have a fireplace. I would love to have a fireplace.
Y'all, in North Carolina, I had a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment by myself, fireplace, screened-in patio, 2nd floor, inside of a park,
fancy.
For $800 a month.
Okay, fancy. Jeez. The hair flip.
So,
oh my god.
Here's the thing. Just let Coy handle everything. I'm almost willing to bet. I'm going to jump on the bandwagon that Coy has probably actually seen No Way Home already. I'm going to put my foil hat on and say he's probably seen it and he's not revealing any secrets.
No, that's probably not true. They haven't even done the premiere yet with the cast and all that. So I doubt he's seen it.
That also, I don't know if I would say he's the biggest Spider-Man fan. I'm the one that did his thumbnail for his live stream. So, by the way, I need to talk to him about that.
Garth, back me up as someone in the North. I feel like when in the North, like fireplaces are more standard. Because like when you need heat, like you genuinely use them.
Says the guy with a gas stove that won't shut off.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
So no, like fireplaces are like prominent everywhere in actual like houses here, but they're not necessarily a staple feature in apartments.
Yeah.
I feel like even in New York, it's like a thing in apartments because it just like saves on heat.
I've had apartments. I've had apartments here that have fireplaces.
So have I.
But
I've
had, like this one doesn't. No. This one doesn't have a fireplace, which thank God, because we don't have any room for one here.
We're too modern. Yeah.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be able to have our living room be a filming studio that we don't use.
Basically,
So next thing is there's going to be another trilogy of Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. So Disney and Sony want to play nice some more still.
I mean, it works out. I mean, we want, obviously, seeing like how the ticket frenzy was for this movie. People are going to pay, and if it's making money, keep doing it. I mean, duh.
Yeah, and also Tom Holland's a baby. I mean, how old is he? 25?
Something like that, yeah.
Not 30 yet, at least.
Somewhere between 25
so to me, it's
30.
just like, I mean, I think, he's literally 25. So, I still think there's plenty of Spider-Man time in him, and especially because he's been in all these like ensemble movies. It's like he's barely even gotten to do one by himself or like have a more leading role. And I honestly don't mind that just because Homecoming is my favorite Spider-Man movie. Maybe of all time. Spider-Verse I have to watch again.
We know why.
But I really like Homecoming, and I think Tom Holland is great. So to me, it just makes sense that they'd hold on to him for like another 5 or 10 years of just being like, hey, like show up in the big movies. Like you carry on Tony Stark's thing. Like that's a way for us to bring it back. So I think it just makes sense.
Plus, I know like everybody guesses, and I think this is the direction they might end up going, is at some point they'll probably end up giving him the ability to trade off the spider reins essentially to Miles Morales. So we get the Spider-Verse Spider-Man in live action finally. So that'll be cool too.
Everyone say hello to Luna.
Luna.
She's
The other
here
cat.
to give her opinion about Spectacular.
Which I believe we can definitely move on to from here.
She only shows up at the end of the show.
Always at the end.
Yep. Anyway, sorry I had to step away. I had to go redo the dryer since clothes that I want to wear this weekend are currently drying. Yeah. Speaking of this weekend and Schmoedown and Spectacular and whatnot, let's talk about the Spectacular. What's going on? Those of y'all, real quick, if y'all are not familiar with the Movie Trivia Schmoedown, it is essentially professional movie trivia done in the style of like wrestling, where there's like heels and faces and storylines, and it's a lot of fun. It's a blast to do.
Sorry,
this is...
What's a heel?
Oh, really? You had your sunglasses
I don't
like prepared
understand
for
what
that this entire time?
What's a heel?
Yeah,
What are you talking about?
Those of y'all who've been following it, because of the pandemic, a lot of the plans that the Schmoedown had over the past like 2 years roughly have been shut down. Haven't been able to come to fruition. They finally have managed to get back to doing live shows, which they did a live show in New York this past October. This weekend will be the big like Super Bowl-esque type of show in LA. Yeah,
It'll be the big game. It's the big game.
That no one knows what that is. It's Super Bowl. Whatever.
You can't say the word.
You know what? NFL, I'm broke. Come at me. I don't care. Don't call it that if you don't want people referring it to that, because that's
Robert
the best
Adams
way to
does not
describe
represent the opinions of the Cinefanatics.
Yep, this is his last episode on this channel.
Anyways, so that's what's happening this weekend. So like a lot of fans, everyone's coming to LA. It's gonna be a blast. We're gonna have a lot of fun. If you are not able to make it to LA, you can still get tickets to the pay-per-view. I don't know whether they're on sale. I believe it's on the Schmoedown's website.
Mm-hmm.
Like I believe it's like schmoedownlive.com or something like that.
Or if you're a patron, it is available for you too.
Or if you're a patron of the Schmoedown, if you're
For
at the
$10
$10 tier, $10 tier or higher, you'll get it with your patronage.
Luno's licking my fingers as I typed. What a weirdo.
What a freak.
What a freak.
Anyways, as of right now, we've got 5 matches lined up. It's going to be a blast. It's going to happen at the Globe Theater this weekend. Let's go through real quick and talk about like what are our predictions for these matches. Starting right off the bat with the Star Wars match, we've got Demi versus Thomas Harper.
Nikki DiMolanta.
Who do y'all got in this? Chris.
You gotta do that one. I've been pulling for Harper all year. All year. I wanted to see him versus Alex Damon so bad at Spectacular. But I want to see Nikki win. I want to see her take the belt. First woman champion the same year as Marisol getting the singles belt. Come on, how cool would that be? How cool would that be? Yes, please. I want to see Nikki win that one. So I'm pulling for Nikki here.
Tori.
Yeah, this one to me is the hardest to bet on because I do love them both so much. And either way, like it'll feel like, yeah, they deserved it. Like they both deserve it. They're both really good people. But I'm with Chris where I do think it'd be really cool to see a women's champion, especially a rookie, just come into the league and just like, you know, I don't really like that was kind of known as like DiMolanta's wife. But I understand why, because he was DiMolanta and they have the same last name. And, you know, she might not mind it or whatever. But it's like, to me, it's like for her to just come in and be so like giggly and like herself and just like liking Star Wars and just like being like, I don't want to say like an average woman because she's not average at all. But it's like for her to just come in and like not front anything and not pretend she's like bad in terms of like really good and just like be really good is just like really hot really hot woman energy. So I really want her to win. Like I think that'd be really fun for like a woman to just go in like, hey, I just like Star Wars and like I don't think I'll be good at this, but like we'll see. And then she just like beats all of them. Like looked delicious. But I also love the Den. So
It's a good thing to note here also that neither the Den nor the Usual Suspects have any shot of winning the faction championship, even based on whoever wins this match. So this is literally playing for the gold and playing for the recognition and the records and the hype, which will be good. It'll make it a really good match, like a classic Showdown match.
I know originally we were thinking and hoping that Spectacular was going to come down to Alex Damon from Star Wars Explained versus Thomas Harper. Alas, we're not getting that. And originally I kind of was like wanting to see if Thomas Harper could actually win because Alex Damon had held that belt for so long. So I was really wanting to see if Thomas Harper could like edge out the win. And that was one of those where I was like wanting to vote for like the underdog, so to speak. But now the fact that Alex Damon's not in the running for this, and now it's between Nikki and Harper, I agree. I kind of want to see Nikki DeMolanta pull the win for this, just because we already knew that Harper was going to be a good competitor for Alex Damon. If Nikki wins this, that's going to blow like everybody's mind right there. So. Yeah, I'm eager for that because that's a good storyline right there. I want to see that. Moving on.
I was totally listening to you, by the way. I was getting a video of Luna to send my roommate who actually owns this cat.
Of course. Why wouldn't you?
I was like, she's on stream.
Cute cat doing cute things. Why wouldn't you get that video? I do it with Lola all the time. Moving on. And this is not like we're not privy to like the actual like play order of this. This is just the way I typed it up here. So moving on, next one that we're looking at is the Inner Geekdom match. This is going to be Robert Parker versus Mike Kalinowski. Chris, start with you again.
I'll start off by saying there's a very good chance that Robert Parker could win this easily. He has the skills to pay the bills, as the kids somewhere at some point who are probably actually old adults at this point used to say.
I've never said that in my whole life.
I didn't think so. I'm purely going for Kalinowski here just because I want to see, and this has got to happen. It's got to happen. If Kalinowski wins this, actually it probably doesn't matter who wins this. It's going to happen either way because Parker's part of the dungeon. But if Kalinowski wins and you get Smets walking out, surprising everybody that he's there, and he comes walking out and going, hey, it's nice that you've been keeping my belt warm for me. I'm coming back for that thing next year. Ooh, come on.
That's one of the few surprises I kind of expecting to happen.
Give me the Kalinowski win.
And that crowd is going to go nuts when Smets walks out.
He'd probably do it with Parker also. Like, hey, teammate, you're on my faction. I'm coming for the belt also. Let's have a good time. Yay. But it's going to be a lot more fun if Kalinowski defends again.
Yeah. Tori.
Sorry, I was listening very intently and also looking at Luna. We're talking about the Inner Geekdom match, right? Right.
Yep.
I kind of have a weird crush on Mike Kalinowski, so we're gonna do Mike.
It's not weird. He's a good-looking guy.
Fair. I think he's just supposed to be a jerk, though. In the Schmoedown, like I've heard he's a good person in real life.
He's got a giant warm heart.
Yeah.
Mushy.
So I think this is a good year for him. I think the Chandru match, was I think honestly my favorite of the year. Just with like their performances in it, and Mike just has really good timing and really good like charisma, and it's just really fun to watch. So to me, it's like I hope he does win. No diss to Parker. I think it'd be cool to see Parker win. I think it's a little more expected because of all the hype that came with him when he entered the league. But I personally want Mike to win for sure, and I do think Mike is going to win. Has Parker performed at a big live event before, or just at the Cantina?
I don't think he's jumped on the stage at a big live event.
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say that's another factor too.
But...
is Mike has played how many? Like
a lot.
Parker has played in person. Has he gone for a belt yet? Has he done buzzers yet? I don't know.
I can't remember. So
he might have done. He probably did it for the tournament final. Well, I can't remember.
Oh.
I can't remember.
Mike is 40. Where?
Yeah.
Well, he does kind of look 40. I shouldn't say that. People just don't think 40-year-old men are hot, but they are.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm telling you.
she said.
No, like I'm honestly saying that though. Like people, I hate. It's weird to me when people say like 50s, even like people are still hyper attractive. It's just like when you get like 75 and your body kind of starts being like whatever. Even then, you could still be good looking, but like
I'm gonna end up being like the John Roca old age joke of the FCL at this point.
I'm like John Roca's hot, so it's like how he's 50, like whatever.
You still got Brett in the FCL, by the way.
Brett's hot too.
Maybe.
What's Brett? 47 something?
I don't know if Brett's in there. I know the Flirt and Flouse is in there, but I don't know about
not
Brett.
anymore. He's not.
Anyway. The Flirt and Flouse is 187 years old.
Yeah,
that's true.
I will agree with everyone. I will probably lean more towards Kalinowski. I believe Parker has the ability to win.
It's going to be a close match.
The only reason I'm siding with Kalinowski is just because Kalinowski has the higher veteran status. He's played this game. He's lived this game. He knows this game. So Kalinowski, I feel like, has the edge because of that.
Wait, I just realized I want to see Kalinowski in real life.
Yep.
Yes. You're going to see pretty much all these people in real life.
You're going to see everyone in real life. Yes. If you can think of a person, you're likely to see them in real life.
Do you know how bizarre that is? I've watched. I mean, I've only been a Showdown fan like since the beginning of the pandemic.
I almost
watched Foxy and Mark Riley like for like a year longer than that.
I almost want to like make sure we take a camera or whatever and just follow Tori around as she meets like all these people for the first time.
I want to meet Kate.
It's a bunch of reactions like
I was thinking about getting Kate a Christmas present so I have an excuse to give her something. But I can't think. I was gonna get her like a lion plushie. I was gonna try and get her a lion plushie for the den.
That's cute.
That's cute.
Something
for the turtle. Something for Tommy.
Oh my god, yeah, something for the turtle.
Anyways, moving on to the next one. Teams. We've got King Arthur versus Shazam. King Arthur has been doing very well with King Kong and downtown Griffey Nooms. One of two matches that Griffey Nooms is going to be playing at the Spectacular, which has happened before with, I believe, Ben Bateman. But who do we think is going to win this one? Who wants to go first?
I'm going with my boys from the Shazam, Bibbs and Brendan. Have y'all seen how accurate they've been? Oh, potato.
Hey, that's like saying a frog is a toad.
I'm gonna go ahead and throw my head on that. Like, I agree with this opinion. Yeah, I would say it's gonna be Shazam as well.
Oh, Shazam, I agree.
We've seen how accurate they've been. The last match, the tournament final, Khan, while normally really good, fumbled a lot in that match. So I think that's going to, if he doesn't like tighten that up and rein that in, that's gonna be their downfall. So
sorry, I'm looking like an old man in the cellar right now. I'm like, hey,
well,
I have my lights off and my cat.
What are you kids doing over there in that corner?
What are you doing in the cellar?
Kids, you shut that the hell up.
Y'all better break that up. I'm gonna pour the hot water on y'all to separate y'all.
Where's my moonshine?
What are you doing wandering the halls this late? Anyway, my cat was playing with my Xbox.
Who goes there?
Really like just playing with the Xbox.
Yeah. I do. That's the thing, though. Like, I want to see Shazam win. Again, I'm all about like these big, like, when looking at these competitors, which one winning has the biggest reaction possible. I think Shazam winning is going to be a huge reaction out of everyone at Spectacular.
Yeah.
Now, King Arthur coming in as a completely rookie team against Shazam, which are known veteran competitors. King Arthur winning, that would be awesome as well. But
Arthur beat Ben, and I don't like that.
I want to see the bigger boom. Jamie wants big boom, as the Mythbuster said. I want to see the bigger reaction.
I haven't had time to bond with Griffey or Arthur. Like, there's not the same emotional connection. I mean, Bibbs likes my tweets, so.
Well, you've been on a live stream show with Bibbs, so.
I know.
That's the other thing too. I can't wait to see like there's a couple of the Schmoedown competitors we haven't seen in a while. I can't wait to see Bibbs again. I love talking to Bibbs. He's so much fun.
We get to meet Bibbs in real life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The other side of this coin here, though, is that I just don't want anything. I don't want Finstock Exchange to win at all. So, sorry, Griffey, not your year.
What are you doing in my moonshine cellar?
What are you doing?
What are you doing in here?
So speaking of Finstock Exchange, the next one is going to be John Roca's retirement match, his one last ride against Dan Murrell. So if y'all are not familiar with what's at stake with this match, again, Roca's retiring, so this is his last match, but this will be a 5-round match, even though there's no belt at stake. Just Roca's choosing to make it a 5-round. Roca's choosing to make it a 5-round match. Apparently the winner of this match, regardless of what the fans say or think, is going to earn the GOAT title. Whatever. And that Murrell has to come out first with Roca coming out second. So who do you think's going to win this?
I mean, if you don't think that Roca's going to try to put everything in his wheelhouse into this match, then you'd be mistaken. Dan is deadly in a 5-rounder.
But this year, let's look at Dan's record.
Both of the records this year.
Yeah, I would say both the records this year.
But I'm just thinking about Dan. How many losses and wins has he had this season?
It's been all over the place.
Who beat him at singles? Was it Marisol?
Janine. In the tournament?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then he lost teams.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I honestly, I see.
Just
I think this could go both ways. Bring an actual goat. That's what I was saying. They're fighting over a goat.
Yes, please.
It's hard for me to go against Dan. This will be my first time seeing anything in person, so it'll be cool to see Dan come out and Roca. I don't know. I think it'd be awkward if Roca loses.
It's true.
So part of me just wants to say, I mean, can we have a little chat about Roca? I mean, I didn't see his retirement coming. Halfway through the season when he stopped showing up in matches, I was like, okay, do we just think it's because he's looking more at personal life? And I know he's mentioned wanting to get married to his girl. Is that what we're leaning toward?
Couple things. One, definitely some of that personal life stuff. Two, he's really wanting to blow his channel up big time and his brand big time. And he's got to put a lot of time and energy into that. And then 3, I don't think we've seen the last of Roca in the Schmoedown. I just don't think he's going to be competing. I do think there's a shot that he might do managing next year.
I thought you were going to say, I thought he might do FCL stuff.
No.
You don't think he'd want to help people up and coming? It's less
not necessarily publicly.
Okay.
He might be someone who's good for advice behind the scenes, but I don't know if he would take that kind of a lead. Of course, again, going based off of what we know of the FCL next season.
Okay.
So
what?
Ooh, is there drama nerd? Is there tea?
Uh-oh.
I'm a tea drinker. I hope I get some tea this weekend.
I mean, Roca technically did FCL, but didn't really do FCL. He did a wrestling match in the FCL, but he wasn't really.
That's okay. That is why I thought he would do something with the FCL, is because he had already done something with it. And I just could see him doing something to help people get into the Schmoedown. Because he loves it so much.
I would say I'm kind of torn between this because Roca and Murrell have gone back and forth so many times that it really just, between the two of them, it's going to come down to who's having a better day, who's getting the questions that they want,
who's feeding off the live audience energy better.
Yeah.
Well, and whose stakes are higher, right? Roca's stakes are way higher.
It's true.
I mean, are they? Because he's retiring. So either way,
wanna go out on top.
He's the type of man who wants to go out swinging full force.
Well, everyone would like to do that, but I mean, sometimes it just doesn't happen that way. We saw the retirement match between Corruption and the Shire Wolves, and Shire Wolves lost, but they still went out on top.
Oh, 100%. He could still lose, but I just think that he's going to have a vigor behind him that maybe he hasn't had, just because the stakes are in there.
I mean, do you really think that Merle wants to be the one to be like, I put him in the grave on his last match, Mohad? You think you think Dan really cares about that?
Merle's not the type of person that would say something like that.
He doesn't really care about that.
That's what I'm saying, is just like there's a difference in approach.
Roka's fighting for a legacy here, so he's going to be coming in this thing hot.
That's one thing I do look forward to, because Roka is such a mainstay in the movie Trivia Schmoedown. Roka is one of those whose name is synonymous with the Schmoedown. So guarantee whether win or lose, we're going to get emotional Roka out of this, and emotional Roka is going to be a good Roka to watch, because you will see his heart laid out on that stage. Yes. Yes, yep. You will get to see Roka.
Do we get to meet
yes,
Nikki in real life?
Yes.
Do we get to meet? I'm scared to meet Christian. The aura, I just don't know.
Christian's an easy guy to talk to.
Yo, who are you most nervous to meet if you're going to Spectacular? Say it in the chat. Who are you most nervous to meet? Put it in chat.
Christian's easy to talk to unless you're just like really like just bothering him with like, hey, put us in the Schmoedown. Hey, put us in the Schmoedown.
Yeah.
We love your show. That? Put us in. I don't know, but I mean,
who would bother him to put us in? Did I say us? Who would do that?
Yeah.
It's weird.
Anyways,
Chat,
so
I don't see one person put someone who you're nervous to meet.
Will you get to meet Chris Adams, MLP?
Kat, are you going to be there? No, you're in Canada.
No, Kat's not coming.
You
said that like Canadians are not allowed. No, you're in Canada.
They just have a hard time. The border is not, invisible.
You will meet Christian. He will want to tell you everything he has planned in the thing.
Okay, if you're not going to Spectacular, tell me who you would be nervous.
That is super true.
That's so true.
Kat and Jeremy and whoever else, if you're not going, tell me who you would be most nervous to meet, because I want to know. But okay, that is funny.
Yeah, Christian likes his product, and he has every right to like his product like that. So he's like super eager to guys, you want to know what's coming up next? Like he's great at that.
I don't tell anybody, but let me tell you what's happening.
I have questions about like how he runs it. I love behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah, Christian's fun to talk to. Like if you get him candidly just talking about the Schmoedown, he will talk about it like nonstop, and it's great listening to him. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty funny. That is what he does. Moving on, the singles tournament is coming down to Marisol McKee versus Downtown Griffey Nooms. I'm going to go ahead and kick this off. I want to see Marisol defend again.
Of course.
Yeah, yes. I want to see this.
That's the only answer, Chris. Chris, what's your answer?
That's the only answer, Chris. What's your answer?
I mean, so I feel like I've started with on every single one of these. Griffin's having a really good year. He's doing okay, hold on a second. He's doing really, really good. Like as a rookie coming in, and
look Kirby in the eyes when you say
we haven't seen this level of goodness in a rookie coming in since Adam Collins. And remember, he won the belt. So what I'm saying is it's going to be amazing when Marisol kicks his ass.
All right. Good.
Yeah, but Marisol is Adam Collins' tag team partner. So therefore, I think Marisol's got the edge. There you go. Lawyered.
She can do it on her own, though.
She could.
She can.
I'm tired of the Marisol doubt.
She don't need no man.
I'm tired. I'm tired of it. I'm tired. Who did she beat? Let's go back. What's Marisol's record?
She beat Ethan Irwin.
Yeah, there you go. That's all you need to know. She beat Ethan Irwin. Her record is
did she
winning
compete against Dan?
I don't think
She didn't play Dan.
No. I do want to see that happen though at some point.
So she did.
Who had the belt that she wanted?
Y'all want to laugh at me for a hot second? Who's the movie director guy?
Kevin Smith.
Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
Who's that? She beat that guy.
She beat Kevin Smith.
No.
Wait, who did she win did she win the belt off of Ethan Irwin? Or did she defend against Ethan Irwin?
She
was it
won.
Chandra or something?
Who did? So she won the belt from Ethan. Ethan Irwin was the belt holder.
Someone
You
in chat,
so, yeah.
can you just tell us her record?
And then who did she defend against?
She defended against Chance.
Okay. Oh,
So
yeah. That's right.
defended
That's
against
right.
Chance.
Okay. Yeah, there we go.
She played against Bonnie Somerville, won, lost against Paul Oyama,
Oh, that's like a long time ago.
That's last
won
year.
against Vinnie Mancuso, lost at
Yeah.
Free For All, won against Drew Grant,
Yep.
won against Janine, won against Kevin Smith, won against Ethan Irwin, won against Chance, and that's it for now.
Look, so there's a lot of people, I've seen like people commenting that she's had such an easy road to the belt. And the problem that I have with that is no, she beat Ethan Irwin for it. And then she defended it against Chance. And then Janine and Drew aren't bad players. They're good players. Janine just beat Dan. So what the hell are you smoking?
Oh, it'd be cool to see if Oyama takes his thing if Marisol wins because she lost against him. So juicy.
Well, I was going to bring that up here in a second.
Oh, well.
But yeah, I think so. We're all on Team Marisol for this one, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, that was.
If you're not on Marisol team, get out.
I don't think Jake Berlin, from a certain point of view, is on Team Marisol. I think he's rooting for Griffey Nooms.
I liked him.
Don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% positive, but he's gonna be like, "Damn it, Robert, that's not what I said." We'll never be on a certain point of view ever again.
Why are you out here throwing these rumors out in the streets like that?
I'm trying to start drama. There we go.
Sorry, I didn't mean to put up that. I do agree. I don't think Griffey Nooms has not impressed me, and I don't know what it is. But I do think it's something. I hate when people say wins aren't a win. Wins are wins. I do think though that like performance wise, I just see Griffey Nooms. Griffin, is that his name? Griffin
Newman. Yes.
Griffin. I see him having a harder time playing 2 matches in a row at a giant live event. Particularly seeing his performance against Barbarian, where I would say he performed great. But I will say that I think Barbarian would have won if Barbarian stuck in with the performance he showed in the first round. It didn't crash at the speed round or whatever it was. So I just don't think Griffin is as unbeatable as he is being made out to be.
So I want to interject real quick. You said that Griffey Nooms has not impressed you much.
We'll get there.
And the first thing I thought was Shania Twain's song.
God, of course
Like,
you did.
oh, so you're the #1 contender of the Schmoedown singles tournament. That don't impress me much.
It don't impress me. It don't. All right. I don't know. I'm a hard girl to impress. I'll admit that. But what else was I going to say about him?
I will say, so he was the undercard in the New York match.
He beat Bibbs, right? Is that who beat Bibbs?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a bad guy.
That is true. He also, he was the undercard at the New York live event in which he beat Josh Horowitz, who wasn't having a great game.
He imploded.
Specifically. Yeah. Josh Horowitz.
No diss, but we all, everyone has.
But at the same time, Griffin was holding his own in that live setting. So I do expect this match to be really good and really close.
Mm-hmm.
I still expect Marisol to win, though.
Yeah. Okay, so that's it for the matches that we know about. Let's talk about real quick something else that could happen. Y'all were briefly bringing it up and Commentating Nerd in the chat was also bringing it up. If y'all remember from the free-for-all this year, Paul Oyama won this, but winning the free-for-all gives him the ability to challenge for a belt if he would like. He's got until the end of Spectacular to cash that in. After Spectacular's over, after the season's over, he can't do anything with that prize. He has to use it at Spectacular.
Are you sure about that?
Apparently, that's the rule.
I think he can hold on to it.
I know before, I want to say before, I know like Bibbs had that and he was able to use it the next season. I think they changed that. I think they changed the rule on that. And last I heard now is it has to be used within that season. Yeah. So there is a very strong chance that he will cash that in at Spectacular, causing us to have 6 matches.
Yeah, so I could see that happening. So in which case, whoever wins the singles match, potentially, as long as he's going for the singles title, of course, could be the one to have to play multiple matches. If Griffin does beat Marisol somehow in crazy world, then he could end up having to play 3 matches, which is insane.
Well, also keep in mind.
Year, so wouldn't that mean it could go into the next season?
Yeah, I guess then. Yeah.
Yes.
Also keep in mind that he may challenge for teams as well. He could challenge for teams and therefore causing, again, Griffey Nooms to play a 3rd match or cause Shazam to have to play another match at Spectacular. So that's where I would like to see him. Yeah, I guess all y'all in the chat are saying that he has until like the next free for all, but I would like to see him cash that in at Spectacular. I think that would be the best use of it. It's just going to make the show a lot longer, but I would like to see that happen because I think that'll be the best use of it.
Do you think Oyama though is the type of guy who would make someone play a match without really having the chance to prepare what he did? Because I don't think he's the type of guy.
Yeah,
who
that's the point of winning that.
But I feel like Oyama's not like a heel though. Like I feel like that'd be a heel move to be like, you have no prep. You had no idea I was going to do this to you. I got to prep for as long as I wanted. When was his last match? Like months ago.
But the problem is that would be a heel move no matter what. Then he won that ability. He won that ability. He can do it whenever, and that would be the circumstances.
It wouldn't be a heel thing to do to say, "I challenge you next season, first match of the season."
I see what you're saying.
To say that, I think that would be fair. That would be a good character move. A heel move would be to say, "Nope, like you're staying on stage. You don't get to prep. You don't get to do whatever."
That's what Sam Levine did to Dan Murrell. Dan Murrell just played for the belt and was about to walk off stage, and Sam Levine's like, "Nope, let's go." And Dan Murrell was immediately like, "All right, we'll do this again." Put his belt down and sat right back down in the chair. So,
I could see it happening either one of those 2 ways. I mean, I don't know. 6 matches is a long show. It's a very long show, and it's going to be an all-day thing already.
Wait, how long is Spectacular?
All day.
Oh yeah, it's going to be. I believe it starts at 12 noon. I would say expect like at least an hour per match. So yeah, we're looking at like it ending 5-6 o'clock.
An hour per match plus like an hour total for like all the in between stuff and everything else that's going to happen.
Do we get snackies?
I think they had pizza last time, so there might be some stuff.
I don't remember food last time, but I wasn't like actively seeking it out either.
I want snackies, right, Luna?
I knew we went to the after show, after party, whatever, and like the first thing on my mind is like, where's food? Can we get food?
Put food in face. Yes.
Yeah.
There will probably be food somewhere. We'll get a hold of some food in some capacity.
Yeah, this was my thought, is what Tim is saying. Yes, it might be more beneficial, like to the competitors, to plan it out and have it scheduled. But entertainment value, it makes more sense to drop the bomb right then and there. Like, nope, you're playing again.
It's true.
I want to see that.
But keep in mind, there's also probably going to be multiple bombs dropped at Schmoedown.
Oh yeah. So
see, next season,
so.
everyone's
I'm gonna
gonna
call
switch teams every month.
Yeah.
Oh God.
We're gonna do the
Like
Anarchy
musical
tournament all over
chairs.
again. I'm gonna call two things that I expect to see happen now. Smets. I'm expecting Smets to show up and challenge or trash talk or something after the IG match, and I would expect to see Paulo Yama pop up and challenge for the belt.
Do you think Christian's gonna play Kevin Smith?
I believe he wanted to, and I think that there was a plan for a match with Kevin Smith, but I'm gonna guess that Kevin Smith's really busy editing Clerks 3 right now, and he just wasn't able to fit it in.
What if though?
Oh, that would have been fantastic, because then that would have meant you get to meet Kevin Smith also. So yeah, that would have been.
We've already
great to
done
see
that.
Kevin Smith. Yeah, we're
That
pros
guy.
at
He
meeting
came
Kevin
here.
Smith.
He came to meet us, actually.
Oh,
Yeah,
And
that
Rachel.
guy, that director guy.
technically, we were already here. We didn't have to go out of our way.
Yeah, just had to drive downtown.
Oh.
So whatever. Anyways, that's the predictions I believe we have for Spectacular. Guys, if you're real quick, sound off in the chat. Are you going to be there at Spectacular? I want to know who all we're expecting to see as we wrap up this episode. So
I don't think anyone in chat is. Nerd isn't. Jeremy isn't.
There's
Kat isn't.
only one person who has been in our chat tonight who I'm expecting to see at Spectacular, and that is Errolowl, Rachel.
yeah, I know
I get
Rachel
to meet
Errolow's going to be there.
Rachel?
Yes.
Yeah.
But if anyone else is going to be there, let us know what you're doing. If you're not watching it right now, if you're watching this later before Saturday, if you would like to come meet or hang out with us, very likely both me and my brother will probably be walking around during like the Fan Expo a lot. But I would also expect to see us probably hovering around the FCL table. It's very likely going to be a table that will have some kind of logo like this around it. So
And
not
we'll
my
feature,
chest, more of the.
We'll likely feature Brad and or Steph also. So.
Yeah.
I'll just crash everything. I played in the FCL. No one would know.
I was there. You'll miss me? It was right at the beginning.
I was the Kirby. You don't know.
Yeah. So, if you're going to be there at Spectacular, please feel free to come up, say hello. If we don't know what you look like, please feel free to tell us who you are.
Do y'all want to see sunglasses I have real quick? Robert, you keep talking. Hold on.
I know there were like a lot of people like on the Schmoedown Facebook page were like, hey, if you feel like you need someone to talk to, if you don't know who to talk to, please feel free to come up and talk to me. I was like, that's great. We have no idea what you look like. So please, like, if you want to participate in something like that, do something so people know who you are, like what you look like, and that is glorious.
Fantastic.
That is very like Elton John-esque, I would say. That's like the kind of like Elton John sunglasses right there.
Yeah, hearts.
Not going to happen,
Chris
Jeremy.
is not going to tackle me. No.
I've been feeling like complete trash the last week and a half. It's not going to happen. Not going to happen.
Yeah.
Physically unable to do that right now.
Anyways, again, we are flying out to LA tomorrow. So.
Oh, God.
I love flying.
I don't like flying. I'm not a fan of flying. So I have my routine. I have like a very specific routine to get myself in the frame of mind to fly, and it does not involve alcohol, surprisingly.
Well, at one point it did.
It did. I was testing it out, and it really didn't do anything. So I was like, well, this was a waste. We fly out tomorrow. Going to be a lot of fun. We will see y'all, a lot of people over this next half of a week or so. If y'all are going to Spectacular this weekend, we cannot wait to meet you, say hi.
Yeah.
Imagine if I was a heel.
With those sunglasses, it's going to be kind of hard to be a heel with that.
No,
I could be mean.
It's very easy.
Your performance was inadequate.
I'm trying to picture like Shannon Barney wearing those sunglasses.
Exactly.
And acting the way she does. Yeah, she could probably pull it off. Yeah.
I could just hit on Mike and
Oh God.
This rocks.
And then you will see Shannon Barney acting like a heel towards you.
I'm definitely gonna walk up to her and be like, "Why are you both so hot?"
It's not
like,
fair
"Thank
for
you."
the rest of us.
Yeah.
We're all trying out here, and you guys are doing it effortlessly.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, that's gonna do it for the show tonight, y'all. That was it. Let's get through some plugs real quick. Let's recap a couple of things. If y'all are a part of our patreon.com/cinefanatics. If you're at the Maverick tier, you can join us for the trivia hangout. That's going to be the Tuesday after Spectacular. So this coming Tuesday, the 7th at 7 Pacific, 10 Eastern. We will also be doing the Patreon watch along. If you're at the $5 dude tier, you can join us for that. That's going to be on the 14th, also at 7 Pacific, 10 Eastern. Keep an eye out on our Twitter, because we will be posting a poll as to what movie we're going to do a watch along of. So make sure you follow Cinefanatics on Twitter and Instagram at CinefanaticsMLP. Tori, would you like to plug away?
Tori X Rose on Twitter and Instagram. I'll be posting photos of Spectacular all weekend, more than likely, probably, maybe, if not myself. I have an idea that we definitely have to take a photo at the airport, because that's been like a cute trend people have been doing. I'll be like probably wearing a Mick Kirby hat. So follow me on there. I am on the show every Wednesday, Tagline. I also do the marquee when we do that. Follow me. I got Animal Crossing for Christmas early, so if you have Animal Crossing, add me. I also got Pokemon, but I don't know. Can you play with anyone then? You got Pokemon Sparkling, Brilliant Diamond or Sparkling Pearl. Add me.
I have no idea what those words mean.
It's okay. The rest of us do.
Okay. Chris with Pikachu ears. Where can everyone find you?
You can find me with Pikachu ears right here. Boom. Look at that. That's why we got the Pikachu back there. That's the whole entire reason. You can find me at Chris Adams MLP, Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd, and over on twitch.tv/Chris Adams MLP. I've been streaming a mixture of things lately. I've been streaming some Pokemon Shield DLC. I've been playing around in the different DLC over there, which has been fun. It's actually really cool.
Can you play Pokemon Snap?
I can. I have it. I can play it.
It's so fun to watch.
I definitely actually do want to do some more Snap here pretty soon, because there's more in that game I haven't beaten yet. So that will likely happen at some point when I get back. I am looking at getting a schedule down for that. I'm probably going to do Tuesday, Thursdays during the day, and then Sunday evenings over there as much as possible. I mean, I've reserved the right to opt out of doing any of those days at any given point.
Are you a lawyer? You reserve the right?
I'll probably try to stick to a schedule here pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
I know for your twitching, I would also like to add thanks to everyone who was able to help and support you reach your goal, because that was desperately needed. And so thanks to everyone who follows him on Twitch.
Good. Look at you. Look at my ungrateful ass not saying anything right now. Yeah, guys, thank you so much. Everybody who donated. It's so big, it's so huge, and it's going to help me out at Spectacular a whole lot to be able to have some fun and relax a little bit. So
I have no money, so if you want to buy me a drink at Spectacular, Venmo me.
Or just buy her a drink.
Just buy me a drink. I'm like, should I bet on getting food, a drink spot for me at a bar, or should I not do that?
Tori's not driving anywhere in LA. She's good to go on drinks.
See my sunglasses. Tip me. Yeah.
So, anyways, you can follow me at Robert Adams MLP, Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. And I don't do Twitch. Nope. So. That's going to do it for this show, guys. Those of y'all watching, again, thank y'all in the chat for watching this live. We very much appreciate it. Make sure anyone watching either live or on a replay, comment down below. What did you think of this? Give us your thoughts, feelings, opinions. What are your, if you're watching this before Saturday, what are your predictions as far as the Schmoedown Spectacular? How's it going to go? Let us know in the chat. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to us, because we very much would like that. Anyways, that's going to do it for tonight, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for being who you are. We will see y'all Saturday, hopefully. If not, we will see y'all next Wednesday, I believe. Or if you're on the Patreon, we'll see you Tuesday night. Anyways, good night, everybody.